Been a while out for the weekend. Me, myself, and now my three friends. They can feel us walking in leaf in.
Gear detected. Fucking hell! Down. Switch down. Switch down. Contaminated gear detected. Rogue agent neutralized.
Yeah. Just watching you two playing around with these little toy guns. Come here. Woo! Feels good, man. Feels good. Hi everyone, welcome to my tank AR build. Now before I start the video I just want to get something off my chest. This video was meant to be released at the beginning of the weekend, as I've been doing so much theory crafting just to get it right, and unfortunately I collapsed and had an asthma attack and I got rushed to hospital. Now they're doing a lot of blood tests and x-rays and I'm just kind of waiting on the results. They're not happy with the way I am. So I just want to apologise for not putting it out at the weekend. I'm really pissed off about it. But there's nothing I could have done. And I just thought I'd let you guys know that, because you give me endless support, and everyone who watches me videos, you know, I class you as extended family, so I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm not in the greatest of health, and as you know, I don't write scripts for my videos, so please just try and bear with me. So onto the build. Now this is what it basically looks like on face view. Now as you can see, I've got 3 offensive stats, 12 defensive stats and 1 electronic stat. You can see I'm really tanky with over 200k armor and over 100k health, and also I've got the 666 skill power, the sign of the devil. I think that's one of the reasons why I might have fell ill over the weekend, because I have been wrecking my mind with different combinations. I have tried like a DNH brand instead of the Providence to get the crit chance, crit damage build. I've tried glass cannon builds and just none of them are working. It seems like the devs just don't want people to use assault rifles, and they focus so much on SMGs, and it upsets me and it upsets a lot of people, because even from Division 1 we love assault rifles. Now let me just show you why the crit damage build wasn't working. The main reason it wasn't working is, as you can see, they've integrated this critical strike range from between 10 and 45 meters. Now it just wasn't worth it. It was not worth it to have a crit chance, crit damage build, because even when you're using the AK, when you start shooting past 10 meters, it's not the easiest gun to handle. And also, I don't know about yourself, but me personally, I feel like, especially in PvP, the skirmish maps and stuff like that, they're all designed in close quarter combat. There's no range in the skirmish matches. It's all, you know, very close battles, and the SMG always seems to shine. So the critical strike range, I really hope they take out of this game. I really do, because for me it's killing assault rifles. But this is what I've come up with. So we have the 3 Providence, we have the 1 Fenris for the assault rifle damage, we have the Murakami gloves for the health, and the Gila for the armour. Now, going into the mask, I have health and hazard protection on the mask with self-adjusting. Now, I've never seen a mask with health and armour on. It would be nice if I could get that, but unfortunately I just can't. And then if I do PvE, I switch to this damage to elites mask, and also eventually I will roll that to damage to elites, so I literally just switch them out. As you can see, the damage to elite is 1 more extra offensive talent, and to make this build work, to make this build do damage, it's all about having 3 offensive stats. The damage comes from the talents. So if I do use this mask, I just unslot an offensive attribute in my backpack. So going on to my chest, it's probably one of the best rolled, but it's the lowest gear score. It's still only at 450, and I'm really struggling to find a good chest. Now, it's got skill power, it's got health, and it's got bonus armor. It's got the berserk and the vital, and then a defensive mod. Now, I'd really like the skill power to be weapon damage. I do have a few alternative chests. See, I have this one down here, which has bonus armor, skill power, and weapon damage, but I lose the health and I go under 100k, which I don't really want to. I've also got this 3rd chest, which has got weapon damage, it's got bonus armor and skill power, and it's also got unstoppable force. I did test it, I did like it, but it does not compare to berserk. It will never compare to berserk. It gives you so much weapon damage when your armor's depleted. Now, my holster, I've got health on kill, which you'll see. I stack health on kill within the build because I can't get a bonus. Sorry, not bonus. I can't get a health and armor attributes. I'd prefer it to be just a 1-stat attribute. I'd prefer it just to be health. A bit like this one, because you can see you can get the health really high. But I have health on kill on here, and I also have it on me holster, and it's nice. It works nice. The reason it works nice is because, as you can see with the berserk, when I lose my armor, that's when I do the most damage. So the health on kill, it really helps me to keep me alive. Now, the offensive mod I leave unslotted because I can only have 3 offensive stats. Now, the knee pads, these have a really nice, 1-stat attribute, and that's bonus armor. Now, I'm running short on electronics because of all the crafting I've had to do, but I know by looking at some of these other pieces, like this one, I can get that bonus armor higher when I recalibrate it. I've settled with the health on kill. Maybe damage to elites or explosive damage would be better on the talent, but that's with me holster, that's 20,000 health on kill. So it does work. It does work quite nice. I mean, it's not a preferred roll, but after using it, I've realised how much when I use berserk, it saves me life. Now, I'm going to show you the backpack first. The backpack is on Gila Guard, which gives me the 5% armor. Now, my favourite chest in the game, believe it or not, is the 5.11 chest, because that's the only chest you can get hardened and vital as a talent roll. Now, this one's pretty nice. It's got weapon damage and health, but unfortunately it's a low gear score, and the Gila one, even without the 2 talents on, without the hardened, it's still stronger. So yeah, I've got bonus armor, I've rolled the weapon damage onto it. I've got the health, I've got vital, and then I've got safeguard. Now, from my previous build, my PvE build, safeguard was amazing. I do not know why they nerfed it. I don't think it was overpowered, and it didn't need a nerf, but it still works. It still does work quite nicely. Now, I've got a defensive attribute, which is a really nice one. It's got 4% total armor. It's got the armor on kill and the bonus armor, and then the offensive mod, this is another nice one. It's got the weapon damage. It's got 4% assault rifle damage, so that is perfect for this build. And then it's got damage to health, which stacks onto me assault rifle, because obviously my assault rifle also does damage to health. Now, like I say, if I can get weapon damage like this one, if I can get weapon damage onto a chest with health and armor, I'll just unslot the offensive mod, and that keeps me at the three offensive stats. Now, why is the reason I need 3 offensive stats? I'll show you, and I'll show you where the damage comes from in this build. Now, it's these gloves. They're not perfect because they've got 2 attributes on. They've got health and they've got assault rifle damage. Now, if I could get a pair with just assault rifle damage, I could get the number a lot higher. Like this one, it's marksman rifle damage, so I could probably get the assault rifle damage to about 10%, I think it is. Now this is the talent that I keep hyping about. It's compensated. Weapon damage is increased by 15% when your critical hit chance is below 20%. Now you need 3 or less to activate this. I didn't really see this talent in the past. I only noticed it last week. I've been asking a lot on social media. I've been doing extensive testing in the DZ on friends, and compared to the weapon damage talent, it really does hit a lot harder. And plus, like I said earlier, the crit damage and the crit chance on an assault rifle doesn't necessarily work because of the range. The crit range is over 10 meters, so I'm not stacking critical hit chance, so it's absolutely perfect for this build. So yeah, they're my pieces. Now onto my weapons. My preferred weapon of choice, like I say, is the AK. Now, you can build this, you don't have to copy the way I do it. You know, if you want to do crit damage and crit chance, you can do, but just remember that critical strike range is a nightmare, because over 10 meters, this AK, it's quite hard to handle. But yeah, I have Optimist. This is another fantastic talent. Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing in the magazine. Now, I couldn't ask for a better talent. It works really nicely. I know a lot of people like to use Strained, but like I say, I don't stack crit damage or crit chance, so this makes the most sense to me. And I think after doing the testing, I can get nearly I can get me assault rifle damage, me AK damage up to 30k when I'm coming to the end of my magazine. Now I have the extra on. I'd prefer the rate of fire. Like this AK here, this one's got rate of fire. Unfortunately, I can't roll Optimist onto it, but that's what my preferred roll will be: Optimist and rate of fire. Now the third talent, Greased. It's nice. I like Greased. You know, weapon swap is increased by 10%. It does help you out, because when you run out of bullets or anything like that, it works really nicely. So that's my main weapon. The mods on that weapon, I stack for stability, because like I say, it's quite a tough gun to, especially on console, it's quite a tough gun to handle. And I mean, what can I change that out to? Crit chance and crit damage. I'm not stacking for that. I'm just stacking for pure weapon damage in this build. So the stability works nicely. I have the extended rounds, which puts me up to 48 with my extra talent. And then onto the scope. I'm playing around with this. In PvE, I use the damage to elites. But I like the accuracy. I never really took notice of accuracy in Division 1. But in this game, it's nice. It keeps the spread of the bullets really tight. So you know, in certain circumstances, it works really well. It's getting me getting a bit tongue twisted there. So onto my secondary weapon. I'm using the chatterbox basically just for the third talent. You know, it is fantastic. You know, while it's holstered, reloading my weapon gives me 20% rate of fire for 10 seconds. Now, when you reload a beast of a weapon, I know this weapon is slow rate of fire, but when you reload this and get that buff, it turns that gun into a monster. So yeah, they're me two primary and secondary guns. Me other weapons I use, this is a really nice G36. I haven't actually rolled anything onto it yet. I really like the last talent, the in rhythm, because it gives you the cooldowns, the refresh on cooldowns. That's pretty nice. But yeah, sometimes I tend to use the FAL as well. I think that's a very underrated weapon. The only problem with this is it has a small magazine, and it's not quite as good. Even though it has the rate of fire, it's not quite as good as the AK. So my pistol, don't really need to talk much about this, although it does have the best third talent. It's protected reload. It gives you 10% armor while reloading. Now, I don't know if that's like a visual bug, because like you can see with this one, the third talent says while holstered, and this says while equipped. You don't actually have to have that equipped, because when it's holstered, I actually get the bonus armor when I reload my AK. So I'm not too sure about that one. But yeah, that's the build. I use the fixer drone, and sometimes in PvP I switch to the defender drone because it's cheesy as fuck. Why not? The chem launcher, you know, it's still nice, and there was a nerf to the chem launcher, but if you didn't know, like it says there, you can double tap R1 to self heal. It took me hours to figure that out. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just thick. Maybe I'm just brain dead. So yeah, over to me stat sheet. I actually have 22, just over 22,000 weapon damage. Now, what you've got to understand is the weapon damage on the compensated. I've been speaking to people about it. It doesn't actually show on your stat sheet. So that extra 15% weapon damage, it doesn't show anywhere on your stat sheet. And this was the case with a lot of talents in Division 1. You know, they didn't show up. And that's the same with this one. So if we look back at me weapon damage, you know, that's obviously got an extra 15%. Yeah, sorry, that's obviously got an extra 15% onto it. So also when you stack the weapon damage I'm receiving from the talent optimist on me AK, and also when I lose my armor on me berserk on my chest piece, it is a lot of weapon damage. And then you hit the rate of fire from the chatterbox. You know, it seriously does hit hard. As you can see in me little cinematic intro, close range, even vector players, you know, it chunks health away from them. But yeah, that's basically the build. I use the survivalist because I get the extra assault rifle damage. Also, the sharpshooter's nice because you get the reload speed buffs and things like that. But at the moment, I'm using my survivalist. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. I don't know if I've forgot anything because my head's spinning a little bit because, like I say, I'm not too well. One more thing I'd like to mention, actually. I have not seen a Providence holster. I've got two more here with a talent on. Now, if anyone finds one with a talent on, then you are very, very lucky because I can't find one. But if I do find one with a talent on, I'd love to put this devastating talent on it. That would give me an additional 5% weapon damage, which would buff the build even further. Yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. As always, you know, if you've got any questions, just put them in the comment section. and it's been a pleasure. And for now, take care, and I'll see you later.